Okay, and welcome everybody. My name is Shrai. I'm the course director for a number of the MSc programs in the school. Can I maybe just check with you whether you can hear me okay? Great. Before we start, if anybody wants to introduce yourself, you're more than welcome to do that. But otherwise, I can get everybody started with the slides we have today. Yeah, that's no problem. I'll turn my camera off in a minute, just to reduce the risk of the line being dropped off or anything. So just wanted to show my face and so you know who is speaking to you guys here. Right, okay. So I turn the camera off for now. Okay. So again, welcome to the webinar for 3 of MSc programs running in the School of Computing at the moment. Each of them has applied research route associated with that. And so the applied research MSc program is a 2-year program, full-time rather than 1-year program. It has an extensive period for research projects compared to the standard MSc programs, which allows you to develop more advanced knowledge and skills regarding in the area and have an appreciation of research and innovation and how the research can be having a pathway to the impact from the academic or commercial or social aspects. So today I will be mainly talking about the normal program, which is 1 year full-time mode. But if anybody is interested in finding out more about the applied research route, please do keep in touch with us. Okay, so just a few slides to highlight the benefits of studying at Ulster University. So it's excellent conversion courses if you want to change the career. So just to be clear that the 3 programs we are running today are not conversion programs. We do ask the applicants to have a suitable background in computing, engineering, or mathematics, or some equivalent areas to be applying. Another benefits include get a competitive edge in the employment and personal fulfillment. And you are going to be taught by the domain experts, and we'll be looking at the team in a minute. There is a very good support environment, both from academic support, which we will go into detail in a little bit, as well as university student well-being, employability, and career, and as well. Okay, the school in particular has a great associates with the vibrant ICT industry, and you can see how they have been involved in the preparing and delivering of the MSc programs in the school. And there are some quantifiable benefits being listed here. The highlight here is the data from the Department of Education has shown that earnings and employment rate in Northern Ireland increase in line of the education. Okay, we will go into details about the mode of the study, but for all the 3 MSc programs we have in the school, we support both part-time and full-time modes. And there are January and September two intake per year, and to do that, there are access award associated with the MSc programs. If anybody changed their mind of completing the program, they can exit with the postgraduate diploma if you meet all the requirements for that level. Okay. I've mentioned this already, and here is a few information about how you can apply. So everything is online. If you are making application to more than one course, and please do fill in applications separately for each course of your interest. The highlight here is the 10% alumni discount being listed here, there, and there are loans available for postgraduate study as well. Okay, now we're gonna switch to some of the course-specific information, and if you have any question at all, please do ask or leave them in the chat, or you can ask at the end of the session as well. Okay, just a quick timeline about the three programs we have on offer. So we have been running the MSc Internet of Things program successfully for about 3 years now. IoT obviously has been one of the most discussed areas in the industry, and is expected to have a significant impact on the industry, with the predictions of its growth constantly rising. You can see from the program design, it covers the 3 unique areas from computing science, data science, as well as engineering, and the course is designed to address the intersection of the 3 areas and providing our graduates with that unique skills that's needed in the industry. The MSc AI program started running from September last year and has successfully run for a year. We are expecting our first graduates coming through in September very soon. As you know, AI has made a huge impact in the industry. Around 70% of the companies globally are set to adopt some type of AI technology over the next decade, according to the Matrix report. It is affecting a significant share of jobs in terms of the nature and the volume of the jobs across different sectors, and the skills the requirement for these, especially in the UK. And not only in the UK, there is a huge demand for graduates, postgraduates with the specialist skills in AI. Okay, and then we have the newish program, the MSc Computer Science, that started running just over a semester from January this year. So this program is being designed to train a new generation of computer scientists who is not only able to program, but also to be able to understand data, to understand the risks and ethics and security associated with the data, as well as analyzing it and understanding the insight behind the data as well. So we'll go into the details about the modules associated with each of the MSc course as well. Okay, I've mentioned at the start that there is a great support both from university as well as from the school to provide academic support. Each student is allocated a study advisor that helps you through the duration of your study. Anything that you're not too sure about, please do ask your dedicated study advisor or myself. I'm the course director for all of the taught MSc postgraduate courses in the school. And in addition to the normal provision, learning and teaching activities, everybody gets access to the technical drop-in centers provided to school. And we have also the weekly tech talk, where we invite the industries to come and speak to us about the cutting edge techniques and applications that are currently taking place in the industry. I'm just putting the quotes there from the BCS accreditation panel, which is a comment to the school. The staff are so committed to their students' success and make every effort themselves available to the students. I've mentioned that the course have both September and January intake, and we have 2 modes of the study, the full-time and part-time study. The only exception here is we don't have a part-time intake for January for the computer science course, but for AI and IoT, It's 2 intakes a year and 2 types of modes of study. And if circumstances do change, maybe you could start off from full-time study, and there are a significant change in circumstances, and it is possible to change the mode of the study from full-time to part-time, as well, and the other way around too. So each student are going to experience a wide range of tool set, and there is this slide coming up to list a number of examples of what tools you will be using through the modules. And the type of assessment is 100% coursework, and there are different types of assessment that are taking the students through the different experience of practical implementation and to doing research papers and presentation skills, as well as working in a small group assessment, which is the skills that's required in the industry to be able to work in the team and with others. Okay, the school has great resources to support the delivery of the MSc program. We have a multi-million-pound research infrastructure, which is a large-scale environment, pervasive and computing environment, where there is state-of-the-art sensors, devices to help the delivery of the modules as well as the individual students and project. So that's all available for each individual students. We have over 200 workstations with the state-of-the-art softwares, and that's available to all the students to access in a school. Okay. Okay, I would like to mention this opportunity, which is All-State Artificial Intelligence Scholarship. It is a scholarship to the value of £6,000 to students from a disadvantaged background and who is accepted onto the full-time MSc AI program. So there is a closing date for the application of that, which is Monday, the 6th of September, noon. And so if anybody is interested in that, there is a link to explain more about that, the eligibility on the course website. You can take a look for yourself. If there's any queries and doubts, please do let us know. On top of that, an All-State Student Prize for highly performing students on the MSc AI course as well. And there is a postgraduate competition which is open to wider team and courses where the students can get prized to the best solution to the value of £2,000 as a prize. Okay. Okay, the school is running industry mentoring pilot where we have the opportunity to have the industries to support some of the students taking on the course. So the industry mentoring from the partner technology companies, the way to support the students, there is bi-monthly support calls or on and visit if that's applicable. There's dedicated group supervision from the schools and computing employment advisory board chair and tech talk coordinator, and there is direction at the module level and guidance in the dissertation. And so that's a number of places available for the students to be applying and to be associated with the mentoring pilot with the industry. Okay, so finally coming to the details of the course. I'll start off with the MSc and IoT. As I mentioned, it's the program designed to have the intersection between the areas of data science, computing science, and engineering. Data science is the core to support in both the AI and IoT programs. And so you will have a bigger cohort when you come on to do the modules, these two modules here. You'll be meeting the students that are enrolled onto a different program from yourself. So we have the statistical modeling and data mining module, which really looks at the methods to automate the extraction of insights or interesting information from the huge amount of the data through the descriptive or predictive models. And we have the big data and infrastructure module, which looks at how to capture data, how to best store the data using the appropriate storage tools, and how to efficiently search, and how to share and transfer the data securely, and as well as how best to visualize the data to provide understanding of the huge amount of the data. Okay, and on the computing science area, we have two modules: IoT, network and security, and pervasive computing module. Okay, so the IoT network security module provides students a critical understanding of the IoT architecture, storage, communication, and ensuring the computing challenges of managing big data in a secure way. And pervasive computing module provides a critical awareness of the emerging hardware and software components within the pervasive computing subjects, and demonstrates the use of these in the state-of-the-art modern application domains. And the last two modules, but not least, associated with the MSc IoT program, are the two engineering modules: the digital signal processing and embedded systems and application. So the ESP, digital signal processing module, covers all aspects from the acquisition to processing the life cycle of the real-world signals. Embedded systems and application, discussed about the embedded systems, looks at electronic computer systems which performs dedicated control and data access functions in electronic-based systems and applications. And these are the 6 top modules provided by IoT. And on the MSc AI, you can see there are 2 shared modules associated with data science, and on top of that we have the ML, the machine learning and deep learning 2 modules. Machine learning looks at the state-of-the-art machine learning methods, and also look at the probabilistic programming and explainable AI, which are very cutting-edge topics, the concepts in the domain. And deep learning would look at deep neural networks, and in addition to that, and how that's been applied to common application domains, for example, the natural language processing or in computer vision. Okay, and then we have 2 other modules about knowledge engineering, which looks at the representation of the knowledge, uncertainties and ontologies and logics, and autonomic computing and the robotics module is associated with the AI as well, which is a unique topic and domain to study. Okay, so that's the modules I would like to introduce and provide some details on. And you can see there are 2 blocks horizontally and vertically. So these are the association with our industry, who provides the support to the preparation and the delivery of the courses. So we have the BT Ireland Innovation Centre, we have the PwC Advanced Research and Engineering Centre, and we have also the Connected Health Innovation Centre that supports the delivery of the MSc in IoT program. Okay, so that's quite a lot of information, just a little bit more to go for the MSc Computer Science. So the setup of the MSc Computer Science is slightly different from IoT and AI, and it has two core modules, which is statistical modeling and data mining, which we have seen earlier in the last slides, and also we have scalable advanced software solution module. The module explores a range of modern development and deployment concepts in the concept of scalable and high performance computing services. The module would look at continuous integration, the continuous delivery, cloud architectures, and scalable solutions, and infrastructures. Additionally, the advanced programming concept facilitating the high performance solutions development would also studied. And on top of that, we have a wide range of the option modules that are drawn from the machine learning areas, AI, and the data science, and also the IoT modules, for the students to have the flexibility to choose what other four top modules you would like to study. So two core modules, that's compulsory modules, and on top of that you can have the flexibility to choose four other modules to study to in the course. Okay, just a quick look at the range of the tools that the students would be going through in their study. As you can see, most of them are the open source, and the skills that's often required significantly in the industry. And this is just a quick overview, and obviously depending on the modules of your chosen, the experience is can be a little bit different. So, but most of the students the students in the programs would be likely to experience most of the tools that are being listed here. Okay, in terms of the students' compensation, the part-time and the full-time students are taking the modules together, which provides a nice peer support in the study group, I suppose. And so there are a mixture of the students who are fresh graduates, and also the students who have been in the industry and want to upskill in the relevant domain. And we have a good proportion of the international students joining the team as well, currently in the course as well. So that's always a benefit to the students to have that environment and support between each other, and that makes the discussions and study more interesting, because the students will be discussing about their experiences and any thoughts that they had through their past experience. So in terms of what the timetable I suppose to look like is, in the semester one, for the full-time cohort, you'll be studying 3 modules. That's from September to December, and then from January to April there's another 3 modules for the students who started in September. And based on the successful completion of the 6 top modules, the students will be moving on to the research project. And so I've listed IoT here as an example, but for AI, September intake would be the same setup. And for the part-time students, you are expected to complete the 6 top modules over 2 years. So you can pick and choose what modules you would like to do in year 1, and then to take the remaining modules for that semester in your second year. And similarly, upon successful completion of the top modules, then you can move on to the research project, which is over 2 semesters for our part-time students. So for the computer science, the setup is exactly the same, except the modules would be depending on what you would like to take. The compulsory modules needs to be taken first, and then you can choose the other modules from the list of the available modules for that semester to take on as part of your study. So I've already mentioned the assessment is 100% coursework. Typically, there are 2 pieces of assessment per module, and one taking place a little bit earlier on in the term, and then one taking place towards the end of the term. Each academic term, the teaching typically takes place over the 12 weeks period, and then assessment can go beyond that depending on the individual module setup. And here is just kind of a quick glance on the teaching team and their associated domain of expertise. Yes, okay. As you can see, we have a big teaching team, and each module is typically associated with the 2 members of the staff, which provides a great support to the students. And here is a list of some of the examples. We have industry links, or the school they have been invited to go to the tech talks, and also on the course level, we often have the industry speakers coming to the modules to talk about the state-of-the-art techniques they use. And we have researchers coming from the research project to share the latest ideas in the relevant domain. Okay, so in the school we have the Maker Lab to support the rapid prototyping. We have a very powerful and AI-ready server that's available for the students to avail through the study. The workstations and the suite of the sensors, as well as healthcare devices, and this is a connected health living lab to carry out the studies to evaluate the healthcare solutions or other techniques with focused user groups, for example. The new Belfast campus, so the September semester for the MSc programs are taking place in Georgetown campus, but we are planned to be moving to the Belfast campus in January. Okay, and the semester 2 would be taking place from that campus, and the course continued on that campus onwards. COVID-19, and so at the moment we expect to welcome the students back for a safe and vibrant on-campus learning experience. Obviously, that's subject to the government and public health guidance in place at the time, but for now we are preparing for the normal teaching delivery with some on-campus face-to-face activities taking place. If you have any questions and queries, here's my email address and that's my telephone number. Please do not hesitate to keep in touch with us. And if you are interested looking at some of the other webinars, here is a link that provides you with more details on what is being scheduled in the months coming up.